preach to our guys on a daily basis that their habits will carry them when we get to the game. And we've got a group that committed to getting up early all summer, a group that every day comes to work with a great work ethic, a great attitude, and it's really neat to see these guys play for each other. Proud of them. These two guys were terrific tonight, but as we said in our locker room, we got to get back to the practice court and keep building our habits. So it's great to celebrate this victory tonight. We also know we've got a lot of work in front of us.
Questions for players first, please.
Questions? Anyone?
Gabe, Anthony Gilbert, ESPN, the undefeated. My question to you is, it was evident that your leadership as a senior really showed not only for your team, but the opposition didn't really have any interest for you. Can you speak to that and what you bring, not only offensively and defensively, but just as a leader?
I just want to do my best out there to just keep the team collected and composed through the ups and downs of the game. Coach has done a great job with having multiple leaders on the team, but I just feel like I just want to do my best out there just to keep our team composed. I think we're going up and down for us. We have a lot of great players that have a lot of great roles on this team, and I think we did a great job just coming together and doing a great job with coming out the W.
Thank you.
Questions? Anyone else?
Thank you, Coach. Great job. Questions for Coach?
Coach, just to follow up that question with Gabe, can you talk about what he brought not only to this game, but what he brings to your team on a consistent basis?
Well, you talked about the leadership and the command. Gabe's somebody that takes a lot of pride in the job that he does. It's important to him to lead with character, set an example not only for the younger guys, but for our program as we move forward. It was great to see his confidence really get going tonight. We have a really high belief in his ability and happy for him that showed up for him tonight. So Gabe's a special young man, and there's going to be more great things to come. But really proud of how he's continued to work and how it's worked out for him.
Coach, is there any part of you who, takes a step back after a night like this and sees the 6-0 start, sort of validates what you've done in a very short period of time? Like, do you feel any sort of validation?
Well, I'm happy for our guys because we're very demanding. I'm not always the most fun person to be around every day, and they know that they're committed to a process that's probably requires as much work and commitment as anybody does. So again, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say at some point, whether it's on the bus ride to the airport or on the plane, I'll think about it for a few moments and enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm somebody that we do the same thing every day. We have our routine, and we're not real exciting. We're kind of boring, but hopefully we get lost in that work and just keep our head down and keep growing as a team. As you mentioned, we're 6-0, but that means we're also 6 games into a regular season with 31 games, so a lot of season in front of us.
Hey, Coach, the Memphis defense had you pretty much stifled until the last 2 minutes of the first half. What did you do different the last 2 minutes of the first half, and you found the flow in the second half? What did you do different there than the first 18 minutes of the game?
Well, their coaching staff does a great job. They've got terrific length. They play hard. They're athletic, and they speed you up, and you can't simulate that in practice. And so part of it for our guys was settling into the game, but part of this for us was understanding that we can have longer possessions offensively. I thought we had a lot of success down the stretch in the first half with longer possessions. We're able to move the ball. They do such a great job with ball pressure. They try to speed you up and play at a pace you're not used to, and then they've got length and rim protection. So we've got tremendous respect for how they run their program and how good they are defensively. And I think our guys they played for each other. They settled into the game, and we're fortunate.
At the same time, all that being said, this is a team that they are turnover prone. You see the film and you look at the stats and stuff like that. So when you take all that into account preparing for a game, how do you use that? How do you approach a game knowing that?
Well, as much respect as we have for their program, we talk to our guys quite a bit about just doing what we do every day, which we take charges. We rotate on drives and guys get their chest in front of people. We did that tonight. We thought we could be effective that way when they lower their shoulder to try to drive. Our guys were great as secondary defenders, getting steals and deflections. We thought that could be a possibility for us. They run a lot of great sets and they have terrific isolations and they have players in space that can beat you. But what happened for us is our guys that were the secondary defenders came over and got the charges, the blocks, the steals. And so we felt like that would be something that we needed to make happen. We needed to impose our will on them turning it over because they're tough to score against. So we needed all those points we could get in transition. And we were fortunate that we handled the pressure and we were able to defensively get enough stops that we could turn them over and get out in transition.
Coach, you came in here and to New York and beat two good teams. What does that say about your team now, and what does that say about the team's potential?
Well, I guess right now what it says is that our guys are together, they're focused, they're playing for each other, they care about Iowa State basketball, and they're committed to the habits that we talk about every day. What does it say for us moving forward? I mean, has it raised the bar? I don't know. We have to keep coming back and doing the same work and just keep our heads down. So I don't know what all that means. I'm not on social media. I don't read, I'm kind of in my own little zone. So I'd say for us right now, what it means is our guys should have the confidence that they can beat good teams and that if they continue to work at the same level that we've worked, that there could be some more of those type of victories in our future, but we can't get ahead of ourselves.
Obviously, last year was not a great year for Iowa State basketball, but with the early season success that you've had, including these last two games, do you think for the guys that have come back, it has created a sense of buy-in for them, that if they kind of buy into what you're preaching, they'll be successful?
Hopefully it has. I mean, to credit to all the guys on our team because they bought in from the jump. They bought in when we had everybody here for the first time in June. They all bought in, and it wasn't unwilling. It was more voluntary cooperation. It was, me laying out a plan that was going to require a lot of work, them embracing it, and then, wanting to be successful. I think for those who were on the team last year, they wanted to do better. For the guys that we brought in on transfer or our one freshman, I think those guys wanted a different experience, and so when they came here, they wanted that Iowa State experience that was breeding success for a number of years. So again, just the credit to our guys for how they work and how they bought in, and fortunate to be their coach and going to continue to challenge them to keep that same work ethic and do the same things we've been doing up to this point.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.